Well, I just think the more education you have, it gives you more broader opportunities to be successful out there. You know, one thing that I always think back on, I had a chaplain at Wentworth Military Academy in a program that he was putting on, and he said, you know, there's only one thing I want to tell you as cadets here at this academy. All your parents can do with the money they spent to send you here is provide you an opportunity, and it's kind of up to you to make sure you take advantage of it. You don't have to. You can waste it or squander it, but if you'll take advantage of those opportunities as they come up, it can give you an opportunity to be very successful in life. And I think, you know, going to law school, I always knew I was going to come back into the trucking business and all, but it has sure helped me analyze business issues and problems and all, and work through those and come to a decision of how we ought to proceed and all. And as you know, as you said a little bit earlier, we're one of the largest trucking companies in the United States. I would just make the caveat there, we are in the liquid bulk side of the business, so we're not a competitor, or that fifth ranking is not compared with J.B. Hunt, Snyder, Swift out of Phoenix or whatnot. We're in the liquid bulk side of the business, but I am proud that being number 5 in the liquid bulk side of the business, we're the only one in the top 10 that's privately owned. The rest of them are all publicly traded companies all, and we've been able to be successful and continue to grow and thrive for 84 years, and looking forward to celebrating our 85th year next year.
Oh, well, I hope you invite us to the party.
Okay. Well, we had a great one on our 75th.
Yeah. Well, John, we need to close our interview. I think we could spend all day talking cars, to be honest, but we've got to open this up to other topics. My final question to you is, your dad was a tremendous influence, undoubtedly, on your life and setting you in the right motion for Wentworth Academy and education, things of this nature, and just the influence. But what do you attribute your success to? Can I ask you that?
I think Wentworth Military Academy did a lot for me. I was a fairly shy, not really outgoing person and all, and probably going to a smaller school. They really taught you how to study, kind of how to prioritize your time, and you know, from first call at 6:15 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night, you were pretty active. You were either playing sports or doing something and all. And I think, you know, I couldn't be 5 minutes late for a meeting if I wanted to. And like I tell people, I think I've marched in more Class A dress parades. I figured up the other day, probably over 250 of them. Yeah. In 7 years at Wentworth Military Academy. I was the Corps commander my last 2 years, and played football, basketball, and track all through high school, and played football and ran track in junior college. So it gave me a lot of opportunity and a lot of exposure, and I'd say self-confidence. And you know, my dad was one of those people that grew up during the Depression and very, very tough times. And he said, you know, there's a lot of things, nothing's impossible. It might be impractical or difficult, but if you just make your mind up, you're going to get it done, you can be successful. And I think it's just being tenacious and staying with it and don't quit.
Yeah.